Hello students, welcome to my class. Today I'm going to begin the political chapters and the title of the chapters, of course, you will be hearing about the needs for law. Now, why do we require the law? And see, there are some of the objectives that you have to learn. That is about the need for laws in the governance of a country. Then a second part we have to know about the meaning and a role of the constitution in a country. And the third one, laws and a dissent. So these are the few things that we are going to discuss today. So hope you all of you are writing your answers and you are preparing yourself for the exams. So as the days will go on, that your duty is to study and to prepare yourself for the exam. So it is not very far away. Okay. So let us know about the need for the law. Now, students, we have been already seeing in different like games and different activities that people are doing in different parts of the world. So let us know about the games of football. Now we know in the team football we have the around 11 members, and then of course we can see that there are also some substitutions are found. So anyway, the 11 members are playing in the game, and then in the game we have seen that the player especially, except the goalkeeper, can't hold person by the hand, or can't push the person or maybe the opponent team. They can't push to each other because pushing up by hand to opponent party is a kind of like a violating the rules. So today, for example, when we see the football, hardly sometimes you see that there are some of the like rules are actually violated when there is a some opponent is unable to goal. So many a times we can see that, and then the person, let's see the players, suppose instead of playing the football, if they are carrying the ball with hand and then they are passing the ball, then that is also going to violate the rules. So today, for example, why do we need the laws or the rules? See, in a democratic country, since we are belong to the largest democratic country, India, so here we have the rules. Now we can't say that government should rule, but government should serve. We can use the term, appropriate term, like serving the people, serving the public. So this is we have to know. So let us know about the how this had arise the needs of the law. Now, for example, a person who is coming to power, let's see the prime minister or maybe the chief minister, but they are not making the law by themselves, or they are not the lawmaker, because the law is already prepared by the constitution. So only they are implementing that. So they are the servant, actually they are the serving the country. So they are not the lawmaker or lawgiver. Okay, so law is already we have got in the constitution. So today in this chapter we will be studying about the importance of laws in a society and the role of the constitution in a country, and also the how we can express our dissent against the laws. So let us know about the needs of laws. Now, why do we need or why do we require the laws? Now, a society is made up of interactions and relationships of like many among the many people, and these interactions and relationships are actually regulated by the laws. Today, for example, we are behaving each other, we are treating each other, but suppose in our behavior, if we can find something, some changes have taken place, then certainly we have to really look after how we are actually treating, if we are in decent way, if we are behaving, because in decent way and unauthorized way of, suppose we are ruling, it means, or behaving means, there is a law to protect us, to prevent us from doing so. So that's why. So therefore, in a society, laws provide a course of conduct to its members, and then we have to see that these are the laws are actually guiding properly or not. Now see, this particular law actually guide on what should be done and what not to be ensured to the welfare of our society. So anyway, they see to it that the lesson powerful person or a group is not dominated or treated unfairly by the powerful uh, person or group in a society. So we also have to look at the same time whether we are dominated by the powerful people, and whether they are controlling on us, or whether they are some sort of injustice is doing to us. So these are the all few things that we have to uh, understand and to analyze it. So looking at the situation, the law is actually there to prevent the people from the certain type of behavior. Okay, now they serve as an agent of change against the challenged practices in the society, and they outline the structure of the government and empower the government to formulate policies for the betterment of all. Now, for example, whoever is in the power, for example, whoever is in the power, and then this power should be used fairly to the people, having or looking at the situation, uh, especially when there is any violations taking place by the powerful people to the poor people or maybe the downtrodden people. So looking at this one, we have to understand. So thus we can say that laws bring order and security in the society. So they help people to progress and protect them from chaos and unfair practices. So these are all that is actually looked after by the laws. So now let us understand about one example we can take. Now let's see Dowry Prohibition Act. You might have heard in different places, people actually during the marriage, the especially the bride is especially like a groom is giving the dowry to the bride, and then some sort of like a problem is occurring due to this. Now during the dowry this prohibition act, they found that many places the women were burned alive, or women were sent out of the home. Women were tortured by the mother-in-law, father-in-law in their husband's house. And then there are many of the incidents that occurred due to this dowry system that was actually existed. So student, now you have to understand that how this kind of like a law crime we can avoid, we can stop using it, is it not? So let us see here. Now, for example, Dowry Prohibition Act started in the year 1961. It may say before that this law was not actually implemented, in spite of having all the problems. And but then when the problem was became too extreme, and then people started analyzing it, that this has to be banned, this has to be made the law, so that people can be in a peaceful in their mother-in-law, father-in-law's house. Okay, so that's why. So the dowry system refers to the practice of payment and acceptance of gifts in the form of goods, cash, and a property, and also by the family. You can see that by the family members they are providing this. And then earlier the dowry was actually given by the family of a bride out of their will. So that was actually good, that if suppose anyone is providing the dowry or giving the any sort of gifts to the bride's family, then okay, that will be like helpful for the family. But suppose they're demanding, if they're demanding, that is the actually problem. If demand is there, it means there is a crime will be there, because when the demand is not fulfilled, then certainly the step will be taken by the husband's side, or maybe the husband's mother, father will take the step to demand this lady to give them the dowry. So that is actually how the crime actually occurring. So therefore, in the year 1961, this Dowry Prohibition Act was actually passed by the government to prohibit the demand, payment, and also the acceptance of the dowry in the society. Now, in spite of this act was actually already means like already it is uh, ex- implemented, but in spite of that, you can see that different parts of the state, especially, things are happening due to the dowry. Still, the some kind of like a problem is still going on. Seems like this law is not practiced. This law is just in the black and white paper. So I think people should be aware about this type of information. Okay. So here, the act was actually further strengthened in the 1981, and then when a paying and accepting dowry became a punishable offense. So after this 1961, and then in 1981, again 1981, this particular law was actually more strongly actually started implementing, and then people started uh, actually aware about it. People became aware about it. So the law was actually prescribed conviction for up to 5 years or fine up to 15,000 rupees or amount of dowry against the people who demanded or accepted dowry. So it means you have to understand that according to this law, if anyone has demanded the dowry, it means that person either he has to be in the jail for 5 years he has to be in the jail, or have to fine 15,000 rupees or amount of dowry that he has demanded. That type of fine in return will be demanded back to that person. So that's why this law actually brought a big change in the society. Otherwise, especially it was very much problematic for the women to survive in the country, especially the married women. So next we have the constitution. What exactly the meaning of this constitution and the importance of the constitution? Now let us know about it. Now see, what is the meaning? Now a constitution is a set of like written rules. It is a set of written rules and a fundamental principles according to which a country is governed. Now you must remember that it is a written rules, not anybody composed right now, but it is a composed by our founder uh, and the assembly, of course, at that time. So these are the things actually happened, and these rules are actually implemented in the country, and some sort of like changes, certain amount of changes and certain amount of adding was done also at that time, and also now also they are doing that. It means a amendment is done here, amendment, certain amount of little changes. Okay, so here a constitution serves various purposes in the country. So let us know. So especially it outlines the laws to be followed in the country, and these laws actually what defines the fundamental nature of the society. Fundamental nature of the society. For example, it determines whether a country should follow a particular religion or give equal importance to all religions in the country. Now you must remember the law is meant for everyone else. So here the law is actually a kind of like a outline is prescribing, and here what they're saying that a country should follow a particular type of religion or maybe equal importance to everybody. It means suppose in our country diverse religions are actually followed by different like people. So here, for example, one religion can't you practice. It means when we speak about Christianity, or when we speak about Hinduism, or when we speak about Islam, or maybe the Sikhism, or many other like tribal religions. These are the all religions can't follow up by all people, because if all people want to follow, it means the rules should be made there. Rules should be made, and then according to rule, one religion should be followed. Like we can see in some other countries, like Pakistan and all, they are following the one religion, that is Islamic religion. But at the same time, you can see that there is some people also existing, especially Christianity or Hinduism are also there are. But when you find that one religion is followed in one country, then certainly the other minority communities are actually facing the problem on this regard. So that is actually very common in different parts of the world. We can hear about it. Now, In recent times, you have heard in Pakistan, a group of people from Islamic fanaticism came into the church, and then they demanded not to follow up the church. They have to convert. Such kind of situation have occurred, and also such kind of situation also have occurred in in Dubai, in Kuwait, in Japan, in China, then in Myanmar. So these are the few examples that we have seen also. So therefore, either to follow up one single religion or to follow up everybody their own. So that is the rules actually given here. So it establishes the rule of laws in the country, and the rule of laws refers to the supremacy of the law in the country. And this means that everyone in the country would have equal rights and protection by the law. So suppose the law is made for the everyone else for equally, and then suppose the law is a they are finding like a difficult, then this kind of laws they will be amending. It means when you have to see that law should be implemented for everyone the same, and the law should be practiced everyone the same, rich, poor, and whoever else. Okay, so that's why. So the equal rights and protections should be created by the law. That is actually very important. So also the people holding positions in the a government would discharge their duties in accordance with the law. So not that the people who are in the power will be misusing the power. So at least we have to understand about it. So it legitimizes or justifies the policies and actions of the government. For example, the Constitution of India aims at establishing equality in the society by the prohibiting discrimination on the grounds of class, caste, then religion, place of birth. So in order to bring into effect the provisions of the Constitution of India, the government passed the Untouchability Act, that is in 1955. So this is another very important law was actually implemented in the country. And then this act actually prohibited untouchability and outlined punishments for the violators of laws in the form of imprisonment and fine. So you can understand that in a country India, we have got this uh, caste basis rules. It may say right from the beginning, this especially from the Aryan invasion or Aryan entry into the country, such kind of caste system actually started from that time onwards. And here the caste system actually brought the big changes. Caste system has brought the a kind of a big problem for the minorities people, especially those who are less in numbers. So that's why this particular caste system actually somehow by the constitution actually brought, that is in 1955, because here the founder himself, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar himself, experienced in his whole life how he was actually treated in the school, how he was treated in the village, and how these low caste people were not allowed to drink water, not allowed to enter into the temple, not allowed to even to sit in the school. They were rather kept on the veranda, and they were not allowed to touch. They were not allowed to sit along with the other caste religions. So such kind of things he experienced right from the childhood onwards. Therefore, he brought this particular law to be implemented in the country. That's why in 1955, after the independence of the country, especially in 1947, the country got independent. So from that time onwards, this particular things are existing. And today, for example, we even see in a different parts of our state also, these caste systems are still practicing by the different this group of people. And we feel that this is a very big, a kind of scandal for the country, because the other countries are going ahead of us, other countries are developing. Here we are busy with the caste and creed and religion and many other things are actually. So I think our mentality should be changed. especially we are not looking for the development. We are just looking at the people's mentality, people's behavior, people's conduct, and we are not looking for the development of the country. So I think this mentality has to be changed, and then only the country can develop. So today we are still under development. It means we are engaging ourselves in the unnecessary activities, especially in caste, creed, religion, propagating. All these things are very much we are actually doing that. So I think we should avoid about the religion. Actually, religion actually helping people to be like a more like a separatism. Religion is creating the separatism. I think that's why many people are actually not understanding the human behavior. So I think we have to avoid it, and then we can focus on the development of the country, and make more and more people, make more and more students to be scientists and doctors in the country, so that people can bring the change. Such kind of people only can bring the change, because their invention, their discovery, their hard work can bring the change in the country. Otherwise, such this kind of situation will not bring the any changes. So students, today I am stopping here. In the next class, I will talk about the laws and descent, and followed by anti-Iraq movement. Okay, anti-Iraq movement. So thank you and have a great day ahead.